Alright, good morning everyone. Sorry I look like shit right now. It is about 3:40 in the morning. It's Saturday, I don't even know the date, I think it's the 7th of March. But anyways, I'm going on vacation with my family today. So I figured I would show you kind of how I go about traveling, staying on track with my training, my diet, and everything else in my life. So number one obviously is our nutrition like always, but first priority that I have on the day is going to be my workout, just because I'm going to be on a plane all day. We're going to Hawaii, so it's going to be a pretty long day of traveling from Minnesota here. So number one, I'm not going to have time to work out at any point today that I know of, and working is a priority. I set my goal to hit my nutrition, to work out as much as I schedule my workouts. So we're here at 3:40 in the morning. Gym's not even open yet, so what I'm going to do here, I'm at my little kind of exercise room at home. I have the dumbbells to go up to about 52 pounds, and we're going to kill a shoulder and arm workout. Not ideal by any means, but we're gonna make this shit work, and I'm gonna show you guys how I do that, show you guys my lifts, show you guys how I kind of lift them in a way where I still can tax my body and get the most out of the lift. I'm not trying to look pretty here, I'm just trying to get shit done and get to work. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, first movement of the day, I just did kind of like a little rotator cuff work. First movement we have here is a single arm, low to high dumbbell lateral raise. I like this one before every shoulder workout just because it kind of works the rear delt a lot, also the mid, not really the frontal, but it kind of gets the rear posterior and lateral delts warmed up really nicely. I only have 10-pound dumbbells, but it works out perfect because when I do these on the cables in the gym, I only do 10 pounds anyways. So we're doing here, I did a few like kind of fuel sets with the weight. I just did my first working set. Now we're gonna do one more working set, and we're gonna go to essentially form failure. Yes, it's only 10 pounds, but if you do these right, you control the movement. There's going to be a point, for me, it's around 12 to 15 reps, where my form really starts to give, and that's when I kind of consider that failure for a movement like this, because your delts are such a vulnerable position with that rotator cuff in there, that joint can be very vulnerable. So as soon as your form starts to give out, that's kind of like an indicator of when you should call it good for the movement. So I'm going to go in here. I'm just going until I can to failure on this set essentially. So that, for me, it's going to be around 15 reps, but I'll demonstrate right here. I think start low, you come up, pause at the top. You think about externally rotating your shoulder at the top. Kind of reach down to your pocket, come back up, externally rotate, pause, down. I'm leaning forward slightly to keep tension at the top of the movement, because unlike a cable, the dumbbell loses tension when you come all the way up. So if you lean forward slightly, you keep that tension on that delt. And this is one of those movements where it's rare that the dumbbell is actually going to be the highest point. Because almost always when you do a lateral raise, I preach, bring your elbow up first. But this one is an example where you don't necessarily do that. I'm still leading with my elbow, but at the top of the movement, the dumbbell is at the highest. Got a few more here. Get 3 more. One more. 4 more for everything. There we go, it's pretty good. The thing you think about when you do these, I like to feel the weight almost transfer from the rear delt, and as you come up to more the mid delt, the tension should slowly transfer throughout your delt. Just something to be mindful of. So that's it for that movement. Next I'm going to do some dumbbell overhead press. Alright, second movement we have dumbbell overhead press, or dumbbell shoulder press, military press, whatever you want to call it. Here we have 3 sets of 8 to 12. So normally in the gym, I do these increasing the weight each set. So normally I start with like 50 pounds, working my way up to like 70, 75 pounds. Today, I only have 52 pounds. So what am I going to do? Well, like always, I'm going to control the form, control the movement, make sure I'm slowing the eccentric down, pausing if I have to. But the big thing I'm going to be doing here, shortening my rest times. Normally, when I'm doing a heavier compound lift like this, I'll shorten my rest times, or I'll have anywhere from like 3 to 4 minute rest times to make sure I'm really ready to go. Today I'm doing maybe 1 to 2 minutes. That's it. It's making the weight feel a lot heavier.
and it's making me get more out of it. So it's a literally really helpful trick you can use when you're working with lighter weights, so you're able to get the most out of it. So this is my last set here. I'm going all the way to failure. So when I say failure, it's when I can't complete a rep with good form or without looking like a madman. So let's get after it. All right, third movement of the day, we're gonna hit the lateral delts. So we're gonna do, what else do you think? Dumbbell lateral raise. So what I did here, I did one field set, I just did 2 working sets, not to failure. Left a few reps in the tank each set. Now this last set, we are gonna go to failure. We're gonna do a high intensity set. So this first high intensity set, on drop sets, I've really been like, or on lateral raises, I've really been liking drop sets. So I'm gonna do a set to failure here. Once I hit failure, I'm gonna drop the weight, 5 pounds per dumbbell, so like a 10-pound decrease. I'm gonna go right to failure again. Really good high intensity technique for the delts, because the delts are something you can't always, it's not realistic to keep increasing the weight on every single muscle group, because the delts are only made to handle so much, especially in a lateral raise. So when you can do things that increase the intensity, time and attention, whatever it may be, that can really help grow your delts as well. So I'm gonna do my set here with a drop set. Pausing at the top. Try not to come down completely all the way to keep tension. If a hard time hitting failure, hold the weight for longer. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Right back into it. Once I'm able to get it up with perfect form, I'm using some assisted reps by using some momentum. As long as you keep your back controlled and don't arc it, you're okay. It's okay if you shift your weight back though. Yes, right here, got about 3 more reps. Then I'll have to use assists. 1 more. I'm using my back. But it's not arcing. Let's go. Let's go. Next tarps are off. So what we're doing now, we're going into our first bicep movement. We did shoulders, and we're gonna do biceps. Normally I do triceps first, but I was watching some John Meadows YouTube content, and he was explaining how when you do biceps before you do triceps, kind of helps warm up the elbow tendon a little bit, where for me, my elbows do occasionally hurt when I'm doing triceps. So if I do some curls first, or bicep work, I should say, it's gonna help warm up this tendon a little bit. So when I'm extending my tricep movements, it's gonna be less painful. So what we're gonna do here is just a dumbbell hammer curl. This is my third and final set. We're going to complete form failure. I just did 2 working sets, resting about a minute between each set. As you can see, I'm kind of out of breath already, so I'm not fully recovered at all. So I'm not expecting to be super strong here. but what we're gonna do is we're gonna fatigue the muscle, and in a form of not resting long enough, it's gonna be a form of overloading the muscle too. So we're loading the muscle too. So fatigue and loading. So let's get this set. Okay, so first tricep movement of the day. I already did our first working sets like usual here. We're doing a dumbbell overhead skull crusher on the incline bench. So just a slight incline here. Going all the way down nice and slow until I feel that stretch. Coming up, and as I come up, I'm rotating my wrists outward to try and get more full extension on the triceps with a squeeze. Really short rest times here. Just trying to fatigue my muscles as much as I can with a lighter weight. Actually though, this is pretty heavy weight. I'm just kind of in a hurry though, because I got to get on a plane pretty soon. So working a little bit faster than normal, but we're still getting after it. So I'm gonna do this set. If you control the weight like you should, you can do serious damage even with lighter weight. Going to failure here. That'll do. Big tip. Excuse me, I'm out of breath. Big tip when you're coming up, instead of bringing your elbows neutral all the way to the top, keep them back like this. So when you come up, right here, there's still tension in that tricep. Because when you bring it here, when it's just sitting straight up, all the tension's coming down under your shoulder, and it takes the tension off the tricep. So keep those elbows back. Okay, second bicep movement of the day. We're just gonna do a standard dumbbell curl. So palms supinated, or upright, you should say. I did all my warm-ups. Just working up to a top weight here that I can get for about a max of anywhere from 8 to 10 reps. And I'm gonna do a big cluster set here. So technically that's gonna be my 3 sets, but they're gonna be all clustered together, and I'm really gonna fatigue the muscles, get a whole lot out of it with a heavier weight. So I have 30 pounds here. I'm gonna do a set, not necessarily counting reps, but counting how many reps I have left. So I'm gonna leave 2 reps in the tank here, wait 20 seconds, leave 1 rep in the tank, wait 20 seconds, and then leave no reps in the tank. So 3 sets here, back to back to back. It's gonna be nasty, so let's get it. Last set cut out. 7 seconds here to get my last set. 3, 2, this one's a failure. Hot damn. All right, so last tricep, or not the last tricep movement, second tricep movement, overhead dumbbell extension, 3 sets here. I had a hard time trying to pick a weight for this one, so I just kind of messed around with a bunch of different weights. But anyways, I found my weight. Doing this one, just straight sets to failure. Last set here. One more. So real quickly, last movement of the day. We'll do a few sets of abs. I won't show you guys how to do abs every day. We're just gonna do a dip, bodyweight dip on the treadmill. Triceps, everything else is already really fatigued, so it should be really hard. I've already did like 2 field sets. I absolutely suck at dips. So one of the things I'm just trying to get better at. They're also very good for your triceps, chest, whatever it may be. I'm gonna do a few sets so I can't do them anymore with good form. Then I'm gonna do jump assist reps. So I'm just gonna show you guys. Treat this just like a push down for triceps. Just pushing your weight up instead. Jump assist. Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap this workout up here. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm gonna go get cleaned up, and then I'll show you guys the breakfast I prepped. I prepped all my meals for today out, so I have all those laid out, so you guys see them today. I'm gonna do some abs quick, in the shower, and then get on a plane. So, see you guys in the next clip.
Like 12, 30 maybe.
Continue on Yellow Moccasin Trail for 1.5 miles.
Alright, what's up guys? Hopefully you can hear the audio. So, just got to Hawaii today, or last night I should say, and I got there really late, so I was exhausted. I went on like 24 hours straight of no sleep. So yes, that was fun. But anyways, what you saw yesterday was a few of the meals I packed for the flight, and I just wanted to explain, like, yes, you're traveling, you might not have the options that you normally would, say if you're at home, but you can still make shit work. Like for example, I just prep some meals, and what I decide to prep is usually just meals that I don't really go necessarily for like anything fancy, but just things that are simple. They can be compact, you can fit them into a bag. So the meals I packed, kind of like the bare minimums of just like the main macronutrients. I packed a protein source, carb source, and a fat source. So you saw in the one meal, it was really bland, but it helped me hit my macros. So that was just like the one meal I showed you was 93.7 ground beef, 2 servings of white rice, and then half of an avocado, so about 80 grams of avocado. That gave me a protein source, a fat source, and a carb source. And I packed 2 of those. I had one for lunch, one for dinner, and I also had a protein bar for a snack. And that just kind of, I spaced those out throughout the day, so I wasn't getting too starving, because when you get starving, that's when you want to overeat. That's when you go get the shitty food, and that's when you overdo your macros, and therefore you get off track. So when you can pack the foods that keep you full and satisfied, where those foods I packed weren't the most filling at all. Like I didn't pack a whole lot of volume inside them, mainly just because I wanted to fit them in my carry-on bag. Yeah, they're really convenient, helped me hit my macros, and that's the biggest thing. And then I saved about 600 calories for when I got back, so I had like a snack right before I went to bed, just so I didn't go to bed hungry, and that's kind of how I structured my day when I traveled. By all means, not optimal, but it certainly worked, which is what we want to go for. So it's about, so it's 9:30 a.m. here. Time difference is crazy. It's like a 4-hour difference, so I'm all thrown off right now. But I just hit my first workout of the trip, leg workout. You gotta start out with the hardest thing first. I didn't even have a workout scheduled for today. I just wanted to get in the gym, work out, sweat a little bit, get some of that jet lag out of me. But it went really well. The gym here actually is pretty good. They have some decent equipment, like I showed you guys in the video. But I killed that, so now, normally if it was this time at home, I'd have a few hours to kill before I start doing client stuff. But it's actually like 2 o'clock at home. Yeah, it's about 2 o'clock at home. So I have some client calls scheduled now. And the rest of the day, I'll be doing some like updating plans and whatnot. Probably editing this video a little bit, because my plan is to have this video up by, let's say up by Tuesday, so tomorrow. Yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna call this video good, and then see you guys in the next one. Peace.